In the meantime, let's hear now from our very own Conservative commentary at royalty, the undisputed king of common sense, Rowan Dean. Rowan, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Terrific show. Well done. Thanks, Gideon.
Thanks, great man. Thanks as always. Now, in your editorial this week, you wrote about what everybody's talking about, what I frankly hate myself for watching, but I did nevertheless, which is the Harry and Meghan interview with Oprah Winfrey. And you've laid the blame of all this squarely at the feet of Prince Charles. Can you talk us through how you reached that one?
Well, certainly, Gideon. What we've now seen is the aristocracy, if you like. I'm sure there's a wokeocracy pun there somewhere. But this is the new era of woke, where tradition, morality, the old values of loyalty, of being loyalty to the family, of tradition, of common sense, of rational thinking, of logic, have all given way now to this new woke. It's how I feel. It's what you said to me. Was I offended? Was I upset? Did you respect me? All this rubbish. Well, how did the royal family suddenly land itself in this world? Certainly the Queen has never embraced any of this nonsense, but who has? Well, of course, Prince Charles. And for a couple of decades now, basically since he was reviled at the time, particularly of Diana's death, but in the run-up to Diana's death, Charles was a figure, I remember I was living in London at the time, that people did not like at all. They did not like the way he treated Diana. After her death, after her passing, he embarked on this whole kind of woke crusade. It wasn't called that then. But he embraced climate change, all these faddish causes, trying to make himself, popular. That has led to a situation now where Charles espouses absolute socialist garbage like the Great Reset. He talks about the end of the world in only a few years. He's quite happily photographed with Greta Thunberg, a nihilist, a doom monger, a hardcore left winger. And he's playing a very political role based around the new ideology, Gideon. And unfortunately, his two boys, the worst of which is Harry, have picked up on this and gone, oh, well, that's how we should behave. And really, the damage Charles has done, I've been saying this for a while, because of embracing climate change dogma and this whole idea of Charles is there to save the world. Well, guess what? Suddenly Harry has to compete, and he's found the perfect woke wife to do so with. And unfortunately, all those old values of the firm have gone out the window.
Yeah, and you're right. And the politicisation of the royal family did start under Charles. And I've always said, basically, I'm ambivalent on the Republic, for more or less. It's a hobby horse of the chattering classes. I don't really care one way or another. But if Prince Charles becomes King Charles, then I'll have to be going and putting on a bandana and joining Peter Fitzsimmons, because I will be the biggest Republican going. Let's not understate how serious this is. We are looking at the Queen of England and the British monarchy being cancelled here.
Precisely. And what a victory. What a victory for the socialists. This is the woke revolution. Scott Morrison poo-poos it as he doesn't care whether people are woke or too woke or whatever. The woke revolution is very, very serious. It is undermining every single institution. It's the final banner call of the long march through the institutions, which has been going on for decades. This is the rallying call. This is where they complete that task. It is very, very serious. It is determined to bring down every institution, the family, the church, education, and of course the monarchy. What a coup that would be. What a scalp that would be. And wow, they're inside the ramparts now and they are rampaging. And it is as serious as it gets.
Well, it's very serious. Now, turning to other serious matters at home, the theme of this episode of CounterCulture and the recurring theme through the weekend edition of the Spectator Australia is how the Morrison government is failing us and has failed us. Are we being a little unfair here?
Well, Gideon, fair is that four-letter F word that I refuse to use. And I've said that extensively in The Spectator, because what's fair to one person is bound to be patently unfair to somebody else. So fairness doesn't come into it. Are the criticisms accurate? That's a good question. So there are several articles which are highly critical of the government, and you have to ask yourself why that is. Scott Morrison is disinterested in values, and that makes him a very dangerous leader.
The only way we're going to change this is changing it through the democratic mechanisms and through people power. So let's hope plenty of people watch CounterCulture, plenty of people read the Spectator Australia, people get informed, people get the real story, and that we demand better leadership and a better country. But in the meantime, Rowan, well done on another great edition this weekend, and looking forward to chatting next week.
Thanks, Gideon. Keep up the great work. See you, mate.